பயாலஜி இன் தமிழ் கோர்வை சேனல் சார்பாக அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். என் பெயர் கண்ணதாசன். Today I am going to present my video on artificial vegetative reproduction part 2 in botany. This video is meant for NEET aspirants as well as higher secondary and high school students belonging to both CBSE and state board category. Before we enter into this video, if you like this video, press the like button, share this video to your friends, comment on it, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to receive more such videos in future. The links are given in the description for asexual reproduction part 1, part 2, part 3 and also artificial vegetative reproduction part 1, and this is the artificial vegetative reproduction part 2. And Telegram link and WhatsApp link also given. You can join and I can publish the pictures in that WhatsApp, that is WhatsApp as well as in the Telegram, so that you can see it and copy it in your notebooks. I asked you to work with the subject when I started teaching you about artificial propagation, and I asked you to draw the flow chart, and here I drew the flow chart for you. Those who have not drawn the flow chart, you can copy it from my video. And artificial propagation divided into two types. One is conventional methods and another one is modern method. Conventional method, under conventional method there are three categories. One is cutting, second one is grafting, third one is layering. And in the previous video we covered cutting and grafting. Under cutting there are three categories: root, example malus; stem cutting, hibiscus, moringa, bougainvillea; and leaf cutting, begonia and bryophyllum, examples. And grafting, we studied 5 types of grafting: bud grafting, approach grafting, tongue grafting, crown grafting, wedge grafting. Today in this video we are going to see the layering. First one is mound layering, second one is air layering. Topics of this video: layering, advantages of natural vegetative reproduction, disadvantages of natural vegetative reproduction, advantages of conventional methods and disadvantages of conventional methods. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. Layering. In this method, the stem of a parent plant is allowed to develop roots while still intact with the parent plant. So it is allowed to, the stem is allowed to develop the root. That is the concept here. And the rooted part is cut and planted to grow as a new plant. Example, Ixora. This is the Ixora. You see, this is the layering part, and this is the Jasminum, right? Malligai poo. Mound layering and air layering are the few types of layering given in the state board book. In addition to that, you see mound layering, tip layering, mound layering and air layering. These are the three categories given in some other reference book. So you can take note of it. You can apply it whenever required, like NEET exams. Okay, if it is the state board exam, you can follow these two, mound layering and air layering. Mound layering applied for the plants having flexible branches so that it can be bent. And the lower branch with the leaves is bent to the ground and part of the stem is buried in the soil, and tip of the branch is exposed above the soil. After the roots emerge out, okay, from the stem, it is cut, that is, that particular branch is cut, grow into a new plant. And this is the small dispute. In the state board book it is given as mound layering, but in the reference, so this is called as tip layering. Tip is exposed out, so it is called as tip layering. Mound layering, the soil mound, you see, this is called a soil mound, okay, around the stem. The stem started producing the roots, then it can be cut into pieces and it can be grown as a new plant. So depends upon the exam that you are writing. If it is state board exam, you can follow this as a mound layering. Suppose in other exams asked, this is called as tip layering, please remember it. And air layering, you see, stem is girdled at nodes. So girdling take place. So bark tissues are removed. Hormones are applied in this area which promote rooting. In this area hormones are applied, and also it is covered with a damp and moist soil, you see here, and it is covered with polythene sheet also. and after 2 to 4 months it started producing the roots here, so it can be removed safely and from the parent plant, and it can be grown into a new plant. So this is called as air layering. Advantages of natural vegetative reproduction: only one parent is required for propagation. Only one parent. So what is the benefits are here? Only one parent means what is the benefit? Suppose that is the last plant, it is about to become extinct. Then that one plant is a very important plant, So from that plant we are able to grow many plants. So only one plant is required for propagation is one of the advantage. And all of them are genetically identical. Suppose that that one plant you are identifying from a crop plant which is having a very good desirable character such as disease resistance and high yield capacity. So all this from that one plant we are able to propagate numerous plants. So and we can supply it to the farmers. So genetically identical, one way it is advantage. In some plants, and also these become disadvantage we are going to study. In some plants, this enabled to spread rapidly, rapid spreading spinifex. Spinifex, this is the grass which can fast spreading in the given area. Okay, so if it is a desirable plant, then it is this character is very much important. Horticulturists and farmers utilize these organs of natural vegetative reproduction for cultivation and to harvest plants in large scale. Suppose you take sugarcane, potato, all these can be grown with the help of vegetative reproduction. Disadvantage of natural vegetative reproduction: new plants produced have no genetic variation, because all of them are genetically identical. We studied as an advantage, but not having genetic variation, because all are having genetic identity, that is also one of the disadvantage, as I already told you. So what is the disadvantage here? Because of the genetic variation only, the entire evolution process took place in the biosphere, and also it is continuing, okay, without our knowledge. So the variation contribute for the entire evolution. If all the plants are genetically identical, then evolution cannot take place very easily. Advantages of conventional methods: the plant produced are genetically uniform. So all the plants are genetically uniform. All the yielding capacity of all the plants will be equal. Many plants can be produced quickly. Okay, some plants produce little or no seeds. Suppose you take hibiscus, no seeds are produced. Seedless grapes. So in such case, we can produce the seeds of that is with the help of vegetative reproduction method. So plants can be produced in a short period by this method. Advantage of conventional method continues. Fourth point, some plants can be propagated more economically. Suppose if you want to produce a seeds, it takes lot of time, as well as we have to spend more money on it. So economically we can that is cultivate them with the help of vegetative propagation. Example here given: Solanum tuberosum. So these are the eyes of potato. This can be cut into so each potato can give about 7 to 10 pieces of eye. So it can be used for cultivation. Advantages of conventional method: suppose this plant carrying disease resistant capacity, and this is high yield variety of the same species. Okay, by crossing it, okay, we will be getting in the plant both disease resistant as well as high yield capacity as the character. So we are able to combine the two desirable character in a single plant with the help of these conventional methods. Disadvantages of conventional methods: suppose we are taking virus infected plant for our vegetative propagation cultivation. So the entire crop plant will have the virus infected new plants. So it will become a great loss for the farmers. Suppose the plant is having a very bulky nature. We are selecting a plant which is very bulky in nature. It is very difficult to handle. You see the trees very difficult to handle, and also it is not able to that is put layering or grafting. It is very difficult. So these are the two disadvantages. So this is the end of this video, student. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see it in the next. See you in the next video. Thank you.